Social media as a mass phenomenon really began in 2004, when MySpace became the first platform of its kind to reach 1 million monthly active users, a milestone that, looking back, marks the genuine starting point of the social media era. MySpace's rise over the following 2 years was extraordinary. By 2006, it had become the most visited website in the entire United States, ahead of even Google, and News Corp, the media empire controlled by Rupert Murdoch, paid $580 million to acquire it in 2005, convinced it had bought the future of the internet. Facebook, launched that same year out of a Harvard dorm room, grew far more quietly at first, expanding slowly from college campuses to the general public. But Facebook's growth proved to be relentless rather than flashy, and around 2008 and 2009, it decisively overtook MySpace in total users, a crossover that marked one of the most dramatic reversals of fortune in the entire history of the internet. MySpace's decline afterward was just as swift as its rise had been. Users migrated to Facebook in enormous numbers, and by 2011, News Corp sold what remained of MySpace for just $35 million, a staggering 94% collapse in value in only 6 years, and one of the most infamous cautionary tales in Silicon Valley history. As Facebook cemented its dominance through the 2010s, eventually crossing 1 billion users in 2012, an entire new generation of platforms rose up around it rather than trying to compete head-on. YouTube built a massive global audience around video. Instagram, acquired by Facebook in 2012 for a then-shocking $1 billion, grew into a photo and video giant in its own right. Snapchat carved out a devoted younger audience with disappearing messages and playful filters. WhatsApp became the default messaging app for enormous parts of the world outside the United States. Twitter grew into an influential platform for news and public conversation, though its growth remained modest compared to its larger rivals, and it later rebranded to X following Elon Musk's 2022 acquisition, stabilizing at around 600 million monthly users. Then, in September 2016, a Chinese company called ByteDance launched TikTok internationally, and nothing in the history of social media had ever grown quite that fast. TikTok reached 500 million users by the middle of 2018, gaining an average of 20 million new users every single month, a pace that dwarfed the growth curves of every platform that had come before it, MySpace and Facebook included. By 2026, the landscape looks remarkably different from 2004. Facebook remains the largest platform on Earth with over 3 billion monthly users, but TikTok, barely a decade old, has become the platform that every single rival is now racing to catch, proof that in social media, no lead, no matter how commanding it once looked, is ever truly permanent.